Good morning. This is Pastor Ezekiel Johnson of Great Commission Pentecostal Church, and I have another word of encouragement for you. Today I want to talk about something that we all experience to some degree or another, and one of the things that God challenges us, it's a part of being human. It's an emotion that we all have, and that's anger. Anger has some tentacles that reach into our lives and can change the way that we handle situations. We have to be very careful with anger. It's one of those things that becomes patternistic and habitual if you're not careful. And the thing about anger, the Bible says be angry, but sin not. Now there's a fine line that you cross when you're angry and to then not sin, because many times the emotions of it all cause actions to take place. The Bible says, let our moderation be known to all men. And that the word moderation actually means control. So God says, let your control be known to everybody. Let everybody see that you are, in fact, in control of your emotions. Now, things are going to happen in life to make us angry. Things are going to happen that upset us, that disappoint us greatly. But here's the thing that you have to remember. You have to be in control of how you express that anger. Now, nobody bats 1,000, but the whole goal here is that we gain control over this particular emotion. Because here's what happens. When you allow yourself or you give yourself permission to express anger in an extreme manner in a given situation, then it sets a precedence. And so the next time you get in another situation where you justify the anger and have that outburst, you may even go further. And what happens is after a period of time, you're developing a pattern that you probably don't even know. But what happens is when people allow themselves to act out and they justify in their minds that this is worthy of me acting out in this way, you're going further and taking it further. And it gets to the place that you don't ever want to be labeled as an angry person. But it can happen to all of us. And sometimes at different periods of our lives, we might have been, labeled as such because we didn't have the reins of control over this very important emotion. Now, there are some things that are supposed to make us angry. We need to have righteous indignation at some things. I mean, you're not supposed to just lay down and let everything happen without you ever saying anything. No, there needs to be, if there's something righteous, there's something right that needs to be spoken about at times, or speaking up for somebody else that can't speak for themselves. Those things are important. And there's other times that it's justified. However, how you express that, with rage and things of that nature, it just shows that the harnesses of control, of anger, you haven't mastered. And you really can't do that on your own. It takes God to handle that, especially when it's gotten out of hand. It takes God, you working with God and God working with you to make you into the vessel that he wants you to be. Because, everybody has their weak points. Everybody has their struggles, their areas that they need God's help. But here's the great thing about it. It doesn't matter how far off the track you've become or extreme you've become. God can rein that in when we submit and humble ourselves before him. He's made us. He knows how this thing called being human works. He walked in our shoes. The Bible says that he was tempted at all points, like as are we, yet without sin. You can do it. You can make it. And God is the one that can help you do it. God bless you. Have a great day.